Yeah, right.
All right. Hello, everybody. How are you all?
Hey.
Hey, at least I don't hear myself twice. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, everything sounds good on my end. So.
Oh, geez, Louise. I think it was, I don't think it was really my fault, but it could have been. But I was like, you know how when you race through all the things you can do to fix something, you don't automatically remember exactly what the first thing was. So like you keep running through them all, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like I lost my keys and I keep going in my pocket anyway to look for it, even though I know it's not in there.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of, I guess that's nothing like that. Anyhow.
Yesterday I went to go out to have a cigarette and I was like furiously looking for my phone while it was in my hand. And I'm just like, I'm a freaking idiot sometimes.
I'm a freaking idiot all the time. Let's welcome the chat who came on over. Hello, everybody. Hello, Coffee Junkie. Hello, Mark. Hello, Fantinuum. Of course, he shows up to say ha. Boom. How's it going, y'all? Let's bring in our other co-host with the most. How's it going?
Heyo,
Jeff, how's it going?
all right. How you doing? Happy birthday.
Oh yeah. Wasn't able to say that yet.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Happy birthday,
my friend Evgeny already spoiled it in the comments earlier.
What happened with the previous stream?
Who knows?
Kept echoing. At least in my head it was echoing. I heard I was repeating.
He was hearing me over and over again, and I was hearing him over and over again, but it's not happening anymore, so that's the point.
Awesome.
Hey, Titus.
Konnichiwa. I gotta learn some Japanese if this is gonna have to keep coming or keep happening.
Yeah, you may have to expand the vocabulary beyond konnichiwa.
Yeah, we have to I don't know, watch some Kurosawa movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I know somebody who would do that.
Say what was that?
No, Stephanie would be happy to do that.
Excellent. We'll take that over my other channel though. I only need 2 more subscribers to Yule Carter. Let's get that on the screen.
Till you get what?
To 100, where you can change the URL, and then I can have that thing we've talked about in the past.
You mean the URL?
The URL, yeah, exactly. So, yay. That would be nice to be able to put that in other than like a string of like ridiculous numbers that I could just type it in. I think it'll look cool. And not only that, but we can brand that station. Like I'll get rid of all the Poachy videos. So just let you know if you want to watch my Poachy review videos, they're going to go private eventually.
You're going to purge Poach?
No, they'll just be privated,
Okay, all right.
No reason to have them out there because, only I really...
They're hurting the brand, do you think?
Well...
I don't think so, right?
I want to get my face off of that brand a little bit more.
Does he have his own Instagram? Like
Poach? No, he's, he doesn't want to do anything anymore in that box.
Well...
I mean, you could collect the video.
Make a DVD of it.
You know it.
Here's some VHS tape of my dog.
I don't know if you've been on Instagram lately. There are plenty of dead people who have Instagrams.
It's true.
Yes, Stan Lee was famously said something about wearing a mask.
Excelsior.
Excelsior.
He said, mask up, true believers.
That's right, he did. He said, why do you think I wrote Spider-Man with a mask?
Why do you think Dr. Doom is wearing that mask? It's not because he's hideously scarred. He doesn't even care about that. It's because of the coronavirus.
I'm putting these on the screen. So if you say Ojenki Desuka, that's how are you?
Nice.
Or and is it a hard G? Genki or Genki?
Genki, I think.
Genki
probably.
Desu.
I could be wrong.
Which is I'm fine. And Japanese is Nihongo.
Nice.
I had a buddy who had still a very thick Japanese accent, and he would always say Japan. I heard him say it that way so often that it just kind of is in my head. I also say Santa Monica. Weird. Santa Monica.
I see.
That's Kenichi right there. Just to let you know. He had a real thick accent. He was the kind of guy that put a plural on a singular and singularized the plural.
Oh, see, I do that too.
Yeah, well, he did it all the time. I know he was doing it on purpose. Like, it was affected. But he would karaoke, and wow, he had a voice like an angel. Yeah, and he could do like, metal songs and Bee Gees.
Running the gamut. Right.
He does. He was really good. 13 languages. You are not American, I'm assuming.
Yeah, no. I speak about 10% of that, I would say. 1.3 language.
You're talking about English, right?
English plus Pig Latin, I'd say, counts for 0.3.
Do you know any?
25% of a language, 30% of a language.
What's the William Shatner language? Do you know that at all?
Esperanto? No. I don't know shit about Esperanto, bro.
No, I was talking about Klingon.
Oh, that's more alive than Esperanto. More people probably speak fluent Klingon than Esperanto.
Oh, very good. See, there you go. USA right there. USA.
Oh, called out.
How dare I demean us? How dare I?
What about American?
K-Type is American.
That someone can speak a bunch of languages that's American. That's pretty good.
Impressive.
Impressive.
Were you educated in America?
Oh, damn. Oh, yeah. That's the question. Actually, in my school, the 7th and 8th grade, and they did away with it by the time I was in that grade, they had a required language. It was like German, and I think it was German. It was a very small school.
German?
Yeah. It was a Lutheran school.
Oh, sure. They have to be able to read the original texts, the original theses.
That's right. Nailed them on the wall. Door, whatever.
Sorry, my timer just went off. I'll be right back.
All right. Jeff's going to be right back. And Bruja's going to be right back. So I can do this. I want to let Bruja still. Yeah. We're going to talk about some comic books that I read, just to let you know. I'm going to review some, and also I'm super excited. I'm going to have a reveal of a Kickstarter that I funded. I helped fund a Kickstarter, everybody. And I got the PDF copies of the book and some of the art pieces. So I'm going to show those off to you if you're interested at all. I know Jeff would be. Am I by myself now, or is Bruja, or is it me? That's the question. Am I the one that we're having like blackouts and all sorts of crazy?
Keeps popping up.
So I think I heard her say a balloon keeps popping. I'm assuming we're talking about nitrous, and I'm not going to get a reaction out of that. So hopefully I'm okay, and I'm not just spitting in the wind right now. Jill will be telling me because she's in the other room watching. I know it. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, I'm back.
Okay, I think it's Shara.
Doing what?
Is it me?
The robot.
Echoing?
Echoing. You might go out and come back in. Shara,
they're a little pixelated right now.
Okay. Yeah. We're having problems tonight. I don't know if anybody could tell.
Well,
so Jeff,
I don't know about
what?
you, but I lost power yesterday for several hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I
have not.
While I was at the grocery store, I got a text from PG&E. Like, I was just putting all of my frozen foods into my backpack. And I got a text that was like, "Oh, power's out at your house. Going to be out for the next 3.5 to 4 hours." I was like, "Oh, cool."
And he chucked him in the produce section.
No, I took him home, man. I had to do what I had to do. Luckily, it came back on like earlier than expected.
I got an email that said my power might have gone out from like 11 a.m. today to like 9 p.m. tonight. And I was like, no, just let me do the show. Hey, that's my friend Yevgeny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
He's the one that I was reading Roadside Picnic with, and we're now, I'm reading Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep because he's really into Blade Runner and the book, and he just reads a fuck ton. Sorry.
It's okay. We're in uncharted territory right now.
Okay.
Because we're on the second stream.
We're on the second stream. This is just a favor for everybody that's sticking around and is going to maybe watch later on. I don't know if starting over screws the algorithm up or anything like that, but it was going to be a pretty free-form show anyway.
Well, you know what? It's too hot to think that hard about anything right now.
It's hot. So sure.
I mean, it's not Friday hot. That was ungodly.
Bro. It's so bad.
Yes, we're going to be talking about the weather for a few moments, people.
I have opinions.
Dude, and look, I'm from a place where it gets actual hot. And this was actual hot. Yeah.
I come from Southern California. Where do you come from, Jeff?
Yeah, okay. Southern California hot ain't humid though, ever practically. Not when I was ever there.
Sure. Bruja, where do
I
you
come from the East Coast.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Where it's humid.
Southern Arizona, where
there's no humidity.
No, there's monsoons.
People don't understand.
Monsoons 6 months of the year. Yeah.
You don't even
have
the
water. Evenings like in
How do you have
Mexico,
a monsoon? The place is a desert. What do you have, a sand monsoon?
Arizona is technically not a desert due to the monsoons. The dry climate of the rest of the year, yes, it is dry. It is hot. It is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But from like late February, early March up through the end of August, there are monsoons. And when I say monsoons, I mean...
You mean gorilla monsoon.
Yeah. Like, I would spend weeks without power. And
weeks? Holy shit.
You got to admit, this is a nice green.
That is a good green.
Is that green with navy text?
No, I think it's all black.
Is that black?
Not sure. Yeah.
It looks navy. No, it looks navy.
From here, it looks
okay.
navy, I mean, you're in the same room with the t-shirt. You probably...
Kay Titus is from a big family.
10 sisters and like, 8 brothers. Holy
everyone
cow.
had to learn their own. Everyone has assigned one language. You have to learn it and teach all of your siblings.
You know what? That's not a bad way to go about doing it, though.
They won't even know each other. They're just going to be learning languages the whole time.
Is that a bad thing?
I mean, they don't have time to fight because it's like, look, if you haven't taught your siblings to this minimum testing, we're going to be testing you constantly, and you're out of the family if you don't meet these minimal test requirements.
Check this out.
Your funding's been cut.
And you went to Alhambra High School in Phoenix.
Really? Oh,
so
the hot.
This guy does it all, and I lived in all 50 states. Did you travel around for any reason like that? Oh, I guess you said you moved 33 years ago. Let's do that one.
There you go.
God, it's a lot of brothers and sisters. What number were you? That's really what I want to know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're from Arizona. Nice.
Yeah. All right.
13 years in Tucson.
We'll have to do a spin-off podcast.
We will. All right.
Biography of Kay Titus.
We're just screwing around right now, obviously. Like I said, we're freeform. We're almost 15 minutes into this new one and no other screw-ups. Okay, we're good.
That's right.
So we're going to talk about some comic books. We have a subject about what do you do when your favorite comic book has been canceled. Let me get this up. You're like, just shake your head.
It's a comic book.
Thankfully, I don't have to read it anymore. I didn't like it that much.
I'm like, it's off my pull list. Boom.
Well, that's
$3.99 a month that I'm not spending.
That is a reality that comic companies
honestly,
don't take into consideration a lot, or maybe they do because look what DC's been doing.
Well, I mean, this is
cheers.
Kay Titus is number 6.
That's not a bad position in that brood. Oh wait, we want to keep that. That's good. Excellent. God, number 6. God, what was that? 18 kids?
Yeah, I was in a foster.
That's amazing.
With a lot of brothers, so it wasn't that many, but I know what it's like to have a lot of siblings.
I had Mormon friends, you know, but I don't know, that's a lot of kids, 18. I'm thinking about all the time spent.
Yeah, no. I just think about all of the diapers. No, too much.
They're constantly in.
Kids, so.
I mean, if I had 18 brothers and sisters, though, I would definitely move the fuck out of the country as soon as possible.
Okay, we're gonna get.
Sorry, I can't come to the family gatherings because I'm in Japan. I'll catch you next time. I would love to invite you here, but it's Japan. I can fit
Holy
like 4.1 people in my place maximum.
Okay, I think K. Titus, you're probably the first person that I've heard that I kind of like personally know with as many people in their family as me. My family is Southern German, so for like 5 generations, each generation had literally at least 10 kids. So I'm related to like half the American South. Not even joking.
Gross.
Yeah,
it I don't like it.
I have no family, and I like it that way. That's how
I have. All right, so since we're talking about family, I have 2 brothers, and I have 2 cousins.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Well,
and then they've done their thing, but like as far as
look.
Really quick family. Then there's a couple of cousins.
I know one of your cousins. She's great. I know one of your brothers.
Well, if that one's I'm not so sure if you're gonna like the other one.
Well, I need that story.
No, he's cool. He's just a little nutty. You know, he lives in Oregon. What are you gonna do?
Well, I mean,
you're nutty. Not that kind of nutty. Come on. That kind of nutty.
Macadamia.
But we don't have that many, you know, because my other brother and I,
if you got a crazy family, it's better to not have that many.
Yeah, exactly. We have a vow.
I feel like we have plenty. We don't have many, but we have plenty.
Look, come on. Seriously, do we need another me? I mean, really? I mean, come on. Oh, you'd make a beautiful... No. Oh, you'd be a great... No. I'm okay with the dog, really. We're all okay with the dog. Let's just the dog. Speaking of the dog, let me this.
Got him a new sweater?
No, that I wouldn't put a sweater on him right now. That would be cruel.
That's true.
What was he wearing? What was that?
I mean, he was then. That was a
old video.
I didn't buy anything new for Gizmo. I just recycled
that was still I didn't recognize that one though.
Yeah,
the skull on it.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Wait, that was the skull?
Yeah.
Jill that did that one. You're right. I always thought it was the lightning bolt one.
Yeah, no. I know. I would recognize if it was the Black Adam. That was Pochi. Pochi was Black Adam.
Yes. So that's enough Pochi talk tonight. Let's talk about comic books, everybody. Woo! Did anybody read any comic books recently? Are you into any comics? Are you looking forward to any comics? Please tell me. I was looking forward to Teen Titans.
You mean new comics that have come out recently?
Yeah, you know, within the last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. I know you got some comics at least 6 weeks ago.
I've gotten comics. I just haven't been reading those. I've been reading old stuff.
That's right. Vote for Gizmo. Throw that vote away.
If you don't live in a swing state, please vote for Gizmo.
That's good to let them know. Gideon Falls. Oh my God. I just found out that's ending. Oh,
it is?
It's going to be a double-sized issue, but I don't care.
But that felt like it was. It's always going to have an ending.
Can this guy go 60 issues again ever? You know, I mean, this was the only one of his that I was really purchasing and bringing home, and it goes along with the conversation. And we might as well go right into it. So,
but that's an image book, right?
Yeah, it is an image book. Comic Talk.
So that was canceled by him. That was canceled by him.
And Sorrentino, you know, they're creators.
Right, sure, yes. They do the cancel. Sorry, I'm going to try and close my window. So
no, it's okay. Everything's great. Everybody knows it's hot as hell, and you live next to a BART station. Yeah. And that's as far as we're going to talk to you right now.
Thanks.
And you're like, Jeff, you see me wearing a tank top? You know I don't, like, I cover. I don't wear tank top.
Oh, yeah, no, you're a layers person. You're usually layered up. I mean, you're still layered up, but.
Got it.
Look at that. Jane Foster. Nice. Thor. Sweet.
Mike actually got it for me for my birthday last year.
Nice.
Right?
I see you got, you also have Black Peter back there behind you.
Oh.
What's Black Peter?
Yeah.
This is Churney.
Churney.
Churney. It's Russian for black, and my friend Yevgeny got it for him for my birthday.
Nice. Very cute.
I love him. See, he's got.
Let's go.
Yeah, I gave him a piercing.
Nice. Very cool.
I love him. Although I still need to watch the movie you're talking about. Like,
Vavitch.
Yeah, I still haven't. And I love the director and the other one that he did. So I don't know why I haven't. I've sat down.
What's the other one?
To watch it like 5 times. I just haven't gotten more than like 10 minutes into it.
What's the other one that he did?
Oh, fuck. The Lighthouse?
Oh, I've heard good things about that. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Well, this is a good time to.
Pretty sure that's.
Anyway, this is not a comic.
No, but
I
did want everybody to know that Bruja does film reviews for who?
For myself.
It's not a website.
And all of you.
No, I mean, I have my Letterboxd and I have a blog that I kind of sometimes extend things on, but it's the Shibulva Bruja. If you look that up, that's Letterboxd is mostly, but then I'll have to actually go find my URL for the blog.
She's roboting, right? Just a little bit?
A little bit.
It's not just me, right?
It's not just you.
Okay, good. So, Bruja, you are roboting just a little bit.
And let me leave and come back.
No, you're good.
Well,
get out of here then. So my favorite comic was canceled.
Not mine.
All right, so you didn't read.
I don't have a favorite comic, but I read the first trade's worth of Gideon Falls issues, and it felt like a thing where I was like, I'll read that when it's done. Like, that's going to be a book that finishes, and when it finishes, I'll just read it all. Like I just did with, not just did, but I just reread a bunch of stuff. But I did the same thing with Sweet Tooth. Like, when it was coming out, I bought the trades.
Sweet Tooth was so good.
It was very good. I agree. It was.
I want everybody to know
if talk about that for a long time.
If I was to cry reading a comic, and I have never cried reading a comic book, ever.
Wow.
Ever.
You must have a huge dick.
Oh man, you don't even know the half of it. Obviously. Yeah, if I was though, Sweet Tooth, the finale, the last issue, holy cow, what a tearjerker that would be. Amazing.
I mean, for any other people out there who are not as tough as Nails, there are more than one tearjerker moment in Sweet Tooth, I would say.
You know, I didn't think he laid it in ever as hard as he did that last issue, though.
Well, sure. But there were definitely like a few times where it was like he put the fucking screws to you. There were definitely a couple of like end of issue thing where it's like some shit went down and this dude had to do some horrible shit and immediately regretted it.
Hold on. This is a good comment. I got a Scarf Hat says, I cried reading Bendis' Superman books.
I cried when they announced that he was going to start writing them.
I stopped paying, so I was kind of happy about it, but poor Bendis. I'm on Thinking Critical from time to time, and it always like devolves, whether it's like one episode or a few later on. It always devolves into like hating on Bendis, and I just can't help it
so much.
So I worked in a comic store in the 90s, but most of my 2000s. Say what?
I said you saw the rise of Bendis.
Yeah, when you see him from his humble beginnings, and then where he took it, and then where he is now, it's kind of like he went like this, and then at the end of Marvel, he was slanting down really quick, and then DC's like, "We're gonna steal Bendis," woo! And it's like Marvel's like, "All right."
That would be like if instead of if when Jeff Johns started hitting the skids, instead of just promoting him away from having to write comics anymore, he had gone to Marvel and started writing shitty Marvel comics. Because same thing happened to Jeff Johns, where he was coming up. Now, he didn't come up from indie shit like Bendis, but he came up, and then he got to the point where he could do no wrong, just like Bendis, and it was like everything is gold, and everything that came across DC was like, oh, let's give it to him. He can do anything. And then the magic wears off, and it's a slide down. And they both were sliding down by the end of their terms. Just Jeff Johns didn't get to go anywhere else.
Do you think it was because Jeff Johns was like, they're like, oh man, we want to do something big. Let's get Jeff Johns to do it. And he just kept doing it. Like, we want to bring someone back from the dead. Well, let's get Jeff Johns to do it.
Yeah. I think it's the same thing that they did to Scott Snyder. And Scott Snyder just got to the point where he was like, I'm done doing that. Like, I'm not going to be that guy anymore.
Right. He even said, and there's some Scott Snyder news this week also, but and it ties into, your comic book being canceled. What are you going to do? He's going to be crowdfunding a book with Tony Daniel. And it's going to be like a 70 or 60 page book. And, you can pay $25, $50, $100 for whatever tier you want to get. It's Kickstarter. I'm going to talk about Kickstarter in a moment also. But if you're into buying someone's comic and then getting it much later down the line, actually, it doesn't even look like it's going to be a lot longer. And it's going to be drawn by Tony Daniel. And it's going to be a book by Image. So I don't exactly know what you're really buying that you can't get when you wait for an Image comic to come through your comic store. But if you MFers buy it in,
but see, here's the thing.
Get it issue-wise in the store.
It might never make it.
It might. Well,
it might never make it to comic book stores. Like, look.
Well, these days, who knows? I mean, comic stores are having a hard time. They've been having a hard time.
And also, how many Kickstarter orders do you have to get, to make Image say, okay, it's worth us printing this?
No. This is in addition to the Image thing, as far as I can tell.
So they already have a print run that.
Oh, come on! Scott Snyder and Tony Daniel are doing a book for Image. I mean, they're gonna jump at the chance to get that.
They're just kickstarting it so that they don't have to front the money, is what you're telling me. Like, it was an Image book that they were already going to do, and they just don't want to have to put the scratch on the barrel head before the order.
It's a little bit different than other crowdfunding things, because there have been other crowdfunded books that are related to other companies, but they're usually smaller companies than Image. I mean, Image is like your number 3 company.
But at the same time, as we always discuss, they're not a real comic book company in the way that we talk about other comic book companies, because they're not fronting any money for anything. They're not.
They front that eye is what they front.
Exactly. Yeah. That's all you get.
They know who to go through to get this shit done for you.
You get Image's spot in Diamond. Like, you're in the Image section in Diamond. That's essentially what you get.
Yeah.
Would you say being published by Image would almost more streamline you than Marvel or DC?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's all you.
Yeah, but you're also, there's a certain amount. So obviously you're supposed to be a creator and you get all the profits, but there's a lot of, you don't know as a creator until you know as a creator what your money is going to.
Yeah.
And there's administration in the office, or else there is no image. So,
and there's marketing. Image does do marketing, like I assume that the money for that comes out of whatever your end is. Like it comes out of your upfront, like comes out first from whatever you make is whatever they did for marketing. I don't know how any of this works. It's pure speculation.
Well, I don't know exactly.
Too bad we don't know any image insiders who could give us this kind of info, but nope, we don't. None of us know anybody who knows anything about how image works.
Mark Byrne is correct. Pink Lemonade did make it in the stores. That's a much smaller company. Also, I
bought it in the store.
I ordered it for the store.
Comics.
Yeah, that's right. I'm willing to do that kind of thing, but when I got to admit, if I see that it's been Kickstarted or Indiegogo'd or whatever, and I'm buying it, I have I'm less inclined to want to get it sometimes because I know that the target audience has probably already purchased it.
But at the same time, there's so much stuff that not everyone who... Okay, so here's the thing, and you hear this all the time because I follow a lot of comedians on Twitter and in the podcast sphere. And one thing that I will tell you that always happens is somebody will post a thing on their Twitter saying check me out. I'll be in St. Louis next weekend for 3 days. And they're like, oh man, I wish you would fucking come to Boise. And they're like, I was in Boise 6 weeks ago. You like me and you didn't even know that. So it doesn't mean just because somebody likes a thing and that person is promoting it on all of their socials, that doesn't mean that the person who likes it is necessarily going to see it, because there's...
I'm sorry, man. I was getting burnt out on my social media and I just had to take a break.
Right.
I didn't know it was a year ago and I only just now got back into it. I didn't realize it, man.
Yeah, so I'm saying Corey Lewis's new comic is about to start his Indiegogo for Gunbrain.
Oh, damn. It's a different one? I was just going to bring up this old ass one right here.
Oh, Dread Star.
Oh, the Peng one is over.
Oh, well, I'll edit that out.
And I don't think the Gunbrain one has started yet, but he tried Image and it didn't work out for him. So now he's doing pretty much...
So no more Sun Bakery?
No more Sun Bakery. No more Oni. He did Oni for a long time before he did Image. And he's just doing his own thing now. He's had much more success on a combination of Patreon and then kickstarting individual titles.
Oh, you know what?
Doing zine type stuff on the Patreon that he'll then eventually print and sell at conventions when there are conventions.
Okay, so we're talking a lot about crowdfunded comics right now. And I think that's a lot of what the conversation is going forward in comic books. And it doesn't necessarily always equate to the comic book store. But it is something that you should look at if you're interested in getting something later on down the line. And I'm going to be, in a few moments, sharing something I'm really super... Dude, I have not been so excited about getting something in the mail in quite some time. This one's going to be cool.
Wait, is this the Russian thing that...
It is kind of Russian. Yes, it is. By Jim Rugg. You're talking about that one?
Yeah. Yep.
Tell me. What is this?
All right, I might as well share it with you.
Speaking of Jim Rugg, though, he got name checked. I just reread my The Humans. Remember The Humans?
Oh, he wrote that one, book? Right?
No, he just gets name checked in it. There's a bad guy who's named after him because,
really?
I guess he's friends with Tom Neely.
Okay, I'm going to share this screen with everybody.
But anyway, The Humans is super good. Check it out.
All right. Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Oh, did I I not do it? Okay, I did. Look at this.
There it is, Octobriana.
Oh my god! All right, guys. I mean, obviously, I'm not doing this so that I can get in trouble, but I just want to excite everybody. Okay, I do not like Kickstarter. I've done Indiegogo campaigns, and I've done Kickstarter. Kickstarter has this thing called back kit or kickback. I don't know what it's stupid. It's an extra thing that happens after the initial purchase. And even though there was a lot of things to purchase, I can only do it once until the backer kit starts up. That's what it's called, backer kit. But I think I got it all done, and I think it all got purchased properly, and I'm really super excited. I'm not sure if I'm exactly getting everything here, but these are like cards and just little drawings that he made of the character. And it's got like different styles, and it's just super good. And I like this a lot. And you get really different styles. Like this are the pencils. Oh, this was just a big fat marker that I'm using. You know, this is like he had like a total cartoony style that you'll see, like an anime style. And this is like a bad broad, huh? I cannot wait to read this comic book. And it's going to have a black and white edition. So let's get out of this one.
Sorry, but it also, but that's not the cool edition. I mean, the black and white one's going to be cool, but
no, but this one's going to be cool because it's slightly cheaper. It's going to be a lot more manageable as a comic book than the other one is going to be. And I'm only showing you this copy because it's black and white. And what the one that you're really looking forward to is a black light, kind of like fluorescent style.
How many of those did you get?
Only a couple, guys. I'm using government money to get this in the stores. So
government cheese, baby.
It's what I did for. This is how much I believe in it. I'd steal from the government for you. So pay up, because
that's not broke.
No, it's not really. I'm just joking. Look at this. Can you imagine this in color? Just say color.
In color, not even in like UV.
Look at this. Oh, what a great look at that missile and the placement of it. It's huge. It says that is some funny stuff, right? Oh my god. Jim Rugg did Rambo 3.5. I can't remember what it's called, 3.5, something like that. Have you ever read that one?
I don't think so. I
should do a review.
I remember looking at it. Yeah.
Oh my god, Jim Rugg is one of my favorite cartoonists, and to be able to like, you know. Anyway, there's going to be a color version, which is going to be a little bit more 70s style color. And then there's also going to be a fluorescent color one. And, you know, get your black lights out. This is going to be awesome. And I can't wait. Get your
bongs ready, baby.
Yeah, that's right. I totally do. Oh, it's going to be great. Oh, Octobriana. So I am going to actually have some in the store. I'll probably be getting like one of each one. So there'll be like the fluorescent one. There will be the black and white one, and there will be the color one. And if anybody is interested, call me tomorrow, and you'll be the first 3 or 2 if Jeff doesn't say something now. I don't need stuff.
I can't get stuff.
This is the son of a bitch, everybody, that I want you to know is happy that titles are getting canceled. He's like, unfortunately, none of those are the ones that I collect.
No. I had already stopped. Hawkman was the only one of those that I read, and I only read the first trade's worth. And then after Brian Hitch was gone, I was like not as super stoked on it. So I was already
Hawkman fans on social media are frickin' pissed.
Yeah, I know. That run was really well regarded.
Yeah, Venditti's a really popular writer. Most people want to like put him on anything that could be like better than what it is now. So they're like, oh man, Superman sure does suck. You know who'd be good on it? Venditti.
Now he was a TV guy, right?
I don't know that to be true, but he was over on Exo Man of War when I first was introduced to his stuff. But I don't know.
I know he took over the Green Lantern's core, I think, maybe after Tomasi left.
Is that what
I remember that because I remember dropping it. Nothing to do with him, just because, you know, again, the same thing. I'm always looking for an opportunity to drop a book.
How do you feel about digital? Bruja, first tell me, how do you feel about digital comics? I mean, Oh, yeah.
I will definitely always buy physical comics, and I kind of refuse to spend money on an individual digital. Like, I have Marvel Unlimited because no shit, it's like 25,000 comics, some whatever. But
what's the price on that? What's the damage?
Not too bad. It's like $60 a year.
Wow, that is really cheap, actually.
Yeah, like
But you get things like late, right?
What?
You get things a little late, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. You get like the whole, like a bunch of
30 years
for new titles. You don't get the digital until 6 months post, like the day it comes out. So you do have to wait 6 months to get newer issues on digital. You can still buy them, but
well, that's the same as like waiting for trades, really.
Yeah, exactly. So like I find it really beneficial for things like titles that you're not entirely sure you might want to check out. But if I were to read something on a digital only because I don't have the physical, if I like it, I will go out and I will buy the physical single or the trade or something for it. So, I mean, digitals have their purpose, and they're good for things like screenshots and like seeing the art really nicely. Like the entire last half of last gotten glasses yet, and I could not read paper comics. So digital comics were the only way that I could read 6 months.
You
the
lost
entire
glasses?
last half of what? Yeah, we lost you for a minute. You were like compressed.
The entire like 6 months of last year, I didn't have glasses. So being able to do panel by panel, that's the only way I read for until December when I got glasses.
Oh, dude, the whole time that I was when I was recovering from my surgery, like if I ever read comics, but when I was reading comics, especially because I was like going through stuff trying to get rid of it, and I was like, oh, this stuff is, I already have all this stuff on my Marvel Comics app, because that's the thing, is same thing. I'm not going to buy a digital comic, but I love reading a digital comic that I already got as a freebie.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it also lets me get rid of the paper comic without feeling bad about it. Because like, especially when I can cast my phone to my TV, so then I can have a panel of a comic that is the size of my television.
Right. That's
like
what
one panel that's like 65 inches.
Right. And yeah, I think mine is something like a 45, 55. So yeah, I feel you on that.
That's awesome. I love that.
It's amazing.
So
I will always buy physical.
So the thing about DC canceling all these titles is because Jim Lee came out and basically said these were underperformers or ones that are only breaking even, and more are going to get the axe also. He also said that he's going to be paying attention to digital a little bit more. Unfortunately, as they do that, they always talk about that video game one. Oh God, I can't remember the name.
Injustice.
Injustice, thank you. And Injustice, the thing is, like, that was the top digital one. They always looked to that one, but that had a video game associated with it, whereas all other digital just has comic books associated with it. You know?
But also the Injustice comics, like the collections sell surprisingly.
They do. It's popular for sure. I mean, I sold more. Yeah, it's personally not for me, but I'm not a big What If or Elseworlds person anyway. So
I am, but I'm not a big that Elseworlds. I'm not a big What If that shit happened.
Right. Well, what about Deceased? Have you read any of that?
What if Superman got so mad that he killed everyone?
Well, that was that Mark Waid comic book that came out, which was pretty good. I can't remember the name. Incorruptible or something like that.
Oh, right. Yes.
All right. I want to address this. Suicide Squad ending, but the writer planned it to be short. I also heard that.
Well, you know what? Like, the Suicide Squad, it's bound to be short.
To keep with company synergy, and there's like a video game and all that other stuff to come. This was only like probably something that was going to happen, and probably there will be another one to come, because they like to
Probably
lean back. It's violent, man. People love those violent teams, and
people love the Suicide Squad. I mean, I think there was a pretty good, from what I saw in my circles, there was a pretty decent fan response to that. They already did that. What If Ambush Bug was in the Justice League. They did that in 52, I believe.
52.
If I'm not mistaken.
How do you feel about Digital Chapter?
Remember they brought back a Nuckchuck, and he was.
They brought him back in the Joe Kelly Justice League also. I just want to remind you of that.
You're not reminding me. You're telling me for the first time.
Oh, I feel like I've been saying it a lot this week. There's a lot of people that
Joe Kelly Justice League. I don't think in my life. When did he write Justice League?
He wrote it after Mark Waid's run.
Definitely did not read that.
Oh, you remember when Our Heroes at War happened with it was a crap storyline, but basically Aquaman died, and then Joe Kelly came on, and they're like, there's a Justice League cartoon coming out, and Aquaman's going to be heavily. Cool. Could you do us a favor and write him back in? Like, he died a week ago, and he's already doing a story to bring Aquaman back from the dead. It's freaking awesome, because the Justice League goes back in time to where Apache Chief basically is, and then there has to be a new Justice League, and Batman leaves. He leaves.
I've heard enough.
Nightwing leads it. It's sweet, dude. It's
Dick.
Freaking awesome. Yeah, Dick leads it. Yeah. So Nightwing's like leading the Justice League because Batman has like a certain schematics that he left behind. It was pretty good. I mean, it was making the best out of a really bad situation, and it brought Apache Chief into the DCU, so that was sweet.
Thank God.
Thank God, because that guy was ruining the cartoon.
But he did get brought back again in 52.
Yeah, 52.
Why are you teasing me with the Alfie banner?
Oh, is it up for? Wait, where is
it? Popped up for a sec. I was like, do I get to talk about it?
Okay. All right. So So
Michael
if you're
Caine?
not the kind of person to
Alfie with Michael Caine?
Oh, no.
No, we're not talking movies right now.
You don't know what I've been reading, do you?
Apparently not.
Bruja
doesn't have Michael Caine in
The
it.
stage is yours.
Oh, no. Okay, so there's this webcomic, Jeff. You really should be reading it. It's called Alfie, and if you go to, I believe it's buttsmithy.com. So what we have is we have a family. We have Vera and we have Alfie. They're a mother and daughter. They are dissatisfied with their life, and they go around and they bang a bunch of people.
They bang a bunch of people.
Freaking great, because like this comic is not only really beautifully well drawn with well-rounded, deep characters, but it is so hot that like it's legitimately one of the best comics I've ever written. And this week,
ever written?
Ever.
Wait a second.
Oh,
I might have started writing erotica recently. Maybe
secret self promo.
We're not going to go there. I haven't done enough yet. We're not talking about that. Back to Vera and everybody. So we have Vera and we have Cillian. They're the best characters. They're my favorite. They're the most power of power couples, and they are in the middle of a conversation where they're talking about whether or not they have feelings for each other, and it looks like that they might either break up or bang in a hot spring. And I cannot wait until it's tomorrow, and I can find out if
you're caught up with it now. It's still going on.
Oof, catching up with a webcomic is the worst.
Oh, this one's got almost 1,000 pages too. It's at like 940 or something. Yevgeny, do you know? But it's like there's so many characters though. You have and
it's porn. Let's just remember everybody.
You have like Lydia. There's this like really hot, super butch, like bi lesbian, and her little boyfriend that she's confused with. It's just such a well-rounded story with a very palpably felt world that like it's just good. And I can't believe it's a free webcomic. So everybody go to buttsmithy.com, check out Alfie. It's amazing. And please get the word out there because I want this book in print and I want it on my shelf. It's amazing. It's only supposed to have, 940. It's only supposed to have something like another 2 chapters left. So it does have a planned end. We're not going to get cut off and leave off at some sort of a like cliffhanger, hopefully. But I mean, there's a lot of characters and a lot of depth to it. And it would take like an entire, like multiple set of podcasts to go over it. Like I said, almost 1,000 pages. So like, just go check it out, flip through it.
Not all of them are going to make it on air.
There's the little chapter listing. Check out the like chapter 0.5. The 0.5s are the good scenes you want to check out. So just, go read it, message me. Like, go.
Let's talk about it. Let's get a little fan community going on about Alfie, because let me tell you guys and gals.
I'll do it. I'm good at it. I'll do it.
That's right. Let's put a picture with that with what you have to say though.
Oh, do you do you know how many?
I got a picture right here.
Okay.
Everybody knows what I look like. I already said straight up, it's porn.
Super. But see, the nice thing about it too is it has so many body types. It has like flat titties. It has big old knockers. It has like my favorite guy, Cillian. He's like super hairy. And there's this one scene where Vera is just like, so much hair. And it's just like,
well, she's a little elfling, right?
Cillian is human. There is Alduin, an elf that is very twinky. So there's everybody, like there's an orientation for everyone. There's bi, poly, monogamous, gay, pansexual, straight. There's like
it's all over the place, everybody.
It's damn inclusive, and it has all sorts of body types. One of my favorite things is the author seems to be super into hair, like the women don't shave, and like the guys are all super hairy, and it's just a very natural comic since it's kind of like a more, I don't want to say medieval, but it is a rural life fantasy comic doing like farming and living in forests and shit. So Buttsmithy. So like it's a very natural body comic and I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think it's actually really compelling. I mean, it's more than just obviously like I'm joking when I say porn. Well, I mean, it is. I mean, don't get me wrong. You don't want necessarily just anybody to like come across it. Right. But if that person is willing to actually check it out and, get past all that, and if they appreciate that, all the better. But there is a story. There are characters that are being developed and there are relationships. And, there's an overall impetus for people just to be happy. And it's pretty cool from what I saw.
The absolute emotional honesty with the struggles of relationships that these characters go through. Like I have cried multiple times over this fucking porn comic because it is true. If you were to remove the actual like sex panels and just have all of the implications of the romance and the feelings of like isolation in yourself and just wanting to find somebody else that you can share your feelings with, it is a damn good comic. Like it doesn't need to be porn. It just happens to be a really good fucking porn.
It's
I mean, Yule has cried from sex, but never cried from a comic.
Only never during sex, I'll have you know. Stop.
But not during a comic.
No, not during a comic. No, I would never, ever cry. Oh my god!
Come on, this is a safe space. You can talk about it. You can talk to me.
Let me get our pictures up. You'll let I'm like laughing here.
It's like I still I want to go back through it, like page 1 over, just so I can get pictures. Like there are so many panels that are just like good reaction panels, and like there's this one goat that keeps getting super angry every time Cillian and Vera fuck, and the
no, wait, we're already there. Don't worry about that.
Past that.
I don't know if you're trying to keep it clean or not. But just the face, like you can tell, like the goat is like, you guys, like, can you just stop already? So like the art and the emotion and the story and the relation, like I can go on. Like I said, let's talk about something else.
No. But this ties into what happens when your favorite comic is canceled, or maybe you can't get to the comic store. There are avenues for. Look, I'm going to be receiving a comic book I'm really looking forward to that I would not normally be able to get at any time.
October.
Yeah, Octobriana. And I have a PDF file. I don't really care because I don't read that stuff if I can help it. Like if I read it and I'm really happy and I want to do like a review of it, I'm really happy to get a PDF of it. But I'll just take a picture with my phone. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to be showing you some comic books in a few moments also. Because there's still good things that are coming out. And I'm still really excited about comic books that are, going to be coming up down the line. I've done some shows where we talked about like the new Donny Cates Image book called Crossover. That looks like it's going to be sweet. And of course, it's going to have a ton of covers. But since it's playing into that whole crossover aspect of it, it's not as horrorish as it sounds.
Wait, what is the crossover aspect of it? I'm sorry.
That it's a crossover. That it's a crossover. No.
With
it's
what?
His own characters.
A crossover with what?
I'm so sorry, LBD.
With anything. Well, I don't know about LBD Prophecy. It was, I think, when we had the construction full screen. This is the most unique comic show you're going to see in all of YouTube. We're not creators. We're just people talking about stuff. I own a comic store, Fantastic Comics in Berkeley, California. There's the bug up there.
Logo.
The logo.
Yeah.
Or you know what? I'm going to just let people know because I've kind of said it before. A comic store might, if all of these avenues are outside of comic books available to people, what gets people in the comic store? There are events that happen. Death metal is going on right now. The Joker War is going on right now. I'm going to show you some Batman in a few moments.
Wait, what about Three Jokers? Are we
Three
talking about
Jokers
that?
is coming out next week? No?
I mean, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
it's
I
only
just feel like
3 years.
Honestly,
and,
one Joker is more than enough. Why do we need 3 Jokers?
3. It's going to have a lot of covers, everybody.
Is it going to have? It's going to be Heath Ledger. It's going to be Jack Nicholson.
And Jack Nicholson, and it'll have
who's the third Joker?
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Cesar Romero.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. Yeah, Cesar Romero.
He couldn't be bothered to not.
They're the 3 Jokers.
Well, I thought you were gonna say Jared Leto.
Oh no, God, no.
Okay, thank you. See that's that's why I was like, oh come on. Okay.
I mean, I was only gonna go from Jokers who I've actually seen perform the Joker, and I have never seen that, and I never will. I don't think. Well, I might. Who knows? I might walk through a room where it's playing. It's like one of those situations where you're at a party and
I don't know. Mark really likes Suicide Squad and like
a gross orgy, and they've playing Suicide Squad on the TV, and you walk through the room like, oh, get me out of here.
But
all right, so we have.
You'll have something to say about this.
About what?
3 Jokers.
About Batman, like Heath Ledger.
Oh yeah, we have. Oh yeah. So I watched recently the Batman movies, but first I want to share screen with everybody.
What you got?
Okay, I got a couple of little reviews I want to show everybody. So come on in and get cable. Who are those people around cable?
I'm a cord cutter. I'm a cord cutter personally, but I will tell you that those are the cuckoos. The Stepford Cuckoos. Yeah, They're all alive again. Remember?
Yeah, how many?
Bring back any mutant. They're all alive again. They're all alive again. And they all have blonde hair again.
Yeah.
And
they all did cable.
Didn't. And they all did cable. Because I don't know why. Nostalgia, I guess. Nowadays, we're all on streaming services. Nobody likes cable.
That's not cable. That's Babel. That's the young cable. It's Kid Cable.
Cable with a
Cable
K,
with a
though.
K.
Yeah. That one I like. I
All
like
right,
that better than Babel. Babel is bad. I don't like that.
It starts with a baby that's been stolen. It's a mutant.
Don't steal babies.
Don't steal babies, everybody, especially if they're mutants, because Cable's going to come. Cable with a K is going to come looking for you. And here he is talking to detectives. And here they are like, stay out of this.
I don't see Batman.
Anyway, it's Phil Noto artwork. I'm enjoying this artwork. It's not bad. I'm going to show you something about it.
Now, let me ask you, are you a Phil Noto guy? Do you like
Not 100%. When I first saw him, I liked him, but I'm tired now.
He was the reason that I bought the first and only time I ever bought a Danger Girl comic.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
the one that he drew.
Yeah, those are good. I mean, if you like Danger Girl, I guess. Ugh.
I don't, but I like Phil Noto, and they were good Phil Noto.
I tell you what, if you have Danger Girl, you can bring them by the store. I'll definitely give you more than I will other things.
Sure.
And I'll charge more for them also.
I
because
don't have Danger Girl.
They have to be, unsoiled.
I don't have any J. Scott Campbell. Ah!
Anyway, here he is with...
There's a dearth of unsoiled Danger Girls out there in the world.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope there isn't. I mean, come on.
Gross.
Cable is outside the baby's parents' house, where it was stolen from. And he's with Esme.
Oh,
and
Esme.
Look at that.
Smooch.
Cute picture. They're having a conversation about, him hanging out with the other cuckoos and stuff like that. And he wants to know, what they talk about, if they talk about him. And he's like, she's like, oh, are you worried that we're constantly judging you? He's like, no. And then, of course,
like, no. He said,
totally
no.
Judging him right here.
Well, I mean, also, though, isn't he like psychic? How come when he got brought back, couldn't they have brought him back without the techno-organic virus? Or no?
Dude, he's cool with it. What are you talking about?
He's like, it makes me look cool.
I think
also
so.
Makes me use a bunch of my power level of fighting techno-organic virus all the time so that I'm not so overpowered that they can't put me in comics. So dude, I'm okay with it.
The chicks dig a little baby bird that needs to be nurtured. And that's what Cable is. He's strong, he's cool, and he needs to be nurtured. And he's got all the cuckoos right now.
He's got all the cuckoos and he's got all the girls and all the guns, and he's cool as hell, and he's not an old man.
And he's got a sword,
a robot arm, and a robot eye. And now he has a sword because X of Swords.
And do you know what sword that is, by the way?
That's the 10 of Swords.
No. Well, yeah, but it's of a Space Knight, and the Space Knights have come to play.
It's Romulan, you might say.
Exactly. So think Rom the Space Knight, but not, because these are different, but the same. Anyway, Marvel doesn't own that yet. I mean, Disney doesn't own that yet.
Wait, but they still are allowed to say Space Knights.
Well, they created all that other gunk. It was just a toy.
I know.
So the Dire Straits, the Dire Wraiths, they have always in the Marvel
around. Yeah, they always have.
It's money for nothing. You know what I mean?
And the Straits for free.
Anyway, they come on down because he wielded that sword, and they come on down, and it's
like, where's Rom?
Yeah, exactly.
And he's like, we're not allowed to have him in this comic.
They want
go check out IDW or whatever.
So the next page is Cyclops going back to those detectives, and it's basically the same paneling. And if you take a look here, here's Cable, and here's Cyclops, and here's Cable, and here's Cyclops, and it's basically the same angle. The only thing is they took this one close up of Cable here, and they expanded this one. Oh, you gotta love tablets when you're drawing, I'm sure.
Yeah, you got that. You got the close up of Scotty though in that.
Oh yeah, he's cool. So. Anyway, that's my Cable review. I thought it was pretty good. It was a fun story. I liked it.
Who did the art on that?
Phil Noto. Phil Noto. I'm going to stop my cam so I can puff. I say yes to Noto.
All right, so now it's my show.
Oh, you want to do something?
And Shara's show. No. Not really.
Oh, okay.
I got nothing.
Hold
I
on,
got
let me get our other.
but I will. I mean,
I don't know why you want me here to begin with.
I can tell you to read The Humans.
The
The Humans.
Yeah, it's a biker book. It's like it's
Jim Rugg,
like,
right?
not Jim Rugg.
Pittsburgh.
Previously established. I forget the writer, Keenan something. But the artist is Tom Neely, who you might know from such hits as Glenn Danzig and
Henry and Glenn.
Henry and Glenn Forever.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'll get some pictures of that.
Yeah. So he draws this book, and it's awesome. It's like a combination motorcycle. It's like a motorcycle exploitation movie from the 60s meets Planet of the Apes, basically. Because like it's about it's about humanoid ape biker gang. Yeah,
this one.
Yeah. They do all kinds of fucked up shit too. And like the one dude is like just got back from Vietnam, and so like he's having all these crazy episodes and hallucinations.
Why are they apes? Wait.
Why are they apes?
Humans. Tell me again about this. What's this going on? I'm just joking. I know because I run a comic store. I'm doing it for the people. Oh, that's not the right humans.
Nope, that's
wrong limb. Okay, here we go. That's the right humans.
Keenan, go back up.
Keenan Marshall
Keller. I kept thinking like Keegan Michael Key, who is a different guy.
Oh, that would be awesome too.
Who has similar name because the same initials, a 3-part name with KMK, and I think they're very confusing. But anyway, yeah, this book is really quite entertaining. I very much enjoyed it, and it was funny to read it back to back with Jason Aaron's The Other Side, which was also about Vietnam, because there's a big Vietnam thing running through this. So yeah, it was good. It's really crazy violent, obviously, as you can probably
that cover
that you're already looking at. But yeah, there's some good alternate covers.
Yeah, they get pretty collectible. Like I haven't seen many, but I have had to look them up a couple of times before, and some of them can get a little collectible.
Look at you. That was last week.
So it's like, it always fluctuates. You never know with the new shows and new movies. Who knows what's coming out?
Oh yeah.
This is all right. So it's not just Tom Neely. It's like a lot of artists that like lend their efforts for this. Yes. So here you have like but most of it, is like I think him.
But he's the guy. Like he created the concept, and
I like that Mike Mignola one.
Do you know what this is, Shara? I mean, Bruja?
Oh, yeah.
I'm having the worst day today, obviously.
I mean, whatever. If you look on my letterbox or something, my name's on there. Yeah, the black and white with the pink Henry and Glenn, I have that.
Oh,
little mini weird little paperback thing. Oh, yeah. I know what this is.
All right. So for those of you at home that don't,
of course I know what this is.
So for those of you at home that don't know, Henry is Henry Rollins and Glenn is Glenn Danzig, and they are a married couple, and they have next door neighbors that are Hall and Oates, and Hall and Oates are like Satanists. And it's funny little things, little stories by
it's like Tom of Finland cover down here on that bottom row.
Damn, this one right here.
Yep, that's so good. That's like the cover of the collection.
Yeah, that's the one that I have in a little paperback, and I freaking love it.
I've sold a ton of this stuff. I think Tom Neely hates that, like, this is what he's most known for.
He shouldn't have done it.
Well, it's too bad. No, I don't know that. I don't know about that.
You can't help what you're known for sometimes. It depends on what you want. Hey, you're known for something. It's better than what other people are known for.
Well, it's kind of
his art in The Humans is so good, though. Like he could do. I think that if his style weren't so contrary to the popular norms of today, he could, he could do anything because he has really good choreography and panel layouts and stuff. He's good.
Yeah, he's good.
He's good.
He's good. All right, let's get to Batman. Hold on a sec. All right, so I want everybody to know that on Tuesdays, and this is important, on Tuesdays, DC Comics come out. And contrary to popular belief, Lunar's been beautiful. I've enjoyed their efforts immensely. If they asked me, there'd be a couple things that I would suggest they might want to do differently.
Well, they're going to have a lot less work to do, so it should get even better because they just lost 30% of their work.
Yeah, well, that's true, except, all right, so next week, I think it is when the Three Jokers is coming out. And like we've kind of alluded to, that's going to be a very high print and high, volume title that's going to go to a lot of stores.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be something that might tax a small company that isn't prepared for this type of thing. That was what has been suggested.
That's why you got two small companies splitting the load.
That doesn't hurt for sure. But the one I'm with has been doing really good as far as I know, although I've heard some things about the other competitor that isn't.
Yeah,
but I have heard things also from another store. But sometimes you have to consider user error. When things happen poorly. I'm not saying that that's what's happening, but kind of like anybody bitching about anything in life. If you have a lot of people, I'm going to take the highest and the lowest as far as, or the leftist and the rightist, and I'm going to just get rid of those comments. And I'm just going to consider everybody else, kind of like the Olympic scoring or something like that. I don't know why I went on that tangent. Here's Batman, everybody. It's coming out tomorrow. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Or it came out today, I mean, not tomorrow. See, even I can't think that tomorrow isn't the only day comics come out.
Part 3. All right, catch me up on the Joker War parts 1 and 2 for me, and pretend I haven't read the first 2 parts, or the prelude, which obviously came before.
Yeah, the prelude was going on for quite a few issues, but basically the Joker has been going about getting everything in motion, and ultimately Bruce Wayne has all his corporate and finances and even his safe houses have been taken over by the Joker and all the Joker's minions. Alfred's already dead from a previous story, and because of Punchline and a new Joker poison, Batman has been infected for a while, and he thinks he's hearing Alfred talking to him, and he's in the middle of a fight as dead people have basically come back from, come out of the ground and are attacking him. So if you're into zombies and stuff, Jorge Jimenez is the artist. I think that's his name.
I love Jorge Jimenez. I saw that, and I was like, wait a minute. Could that possibly be Phil Jimenez? But no,
this guy is really good.
I love Jorge Jimenez. I just, got done rereading those Superman. Yeah.
So Batman's on the run. And this is Punchline. She's the new character. She's the new Harley Quinn, if you will. Mm-hmm. And she's running things. And unlike Harley Quinn, who is kind of all over the place as a character, she is down and dirty. She wants to help run things. And she's pretty badass also. Nice. She recently slit Harley's throat. Harley got saved. Whoa. But yeah, it's going to be on next issue.
So are her and Mr. J
I think so, but I'm not quite sure, but I assume yes.
Wait, so where did she pop out of? Where'd she come from?
Just an issue. It was Batman 91, I think it was, and it's fairly expensive or sought after. It was pre-COVID, and people kind of fell asleep in the middle of Tynion's run, but she got introduced and people are hot for her because, you know, she is who she is. She's trying to run things, and as she's doing that, the other Joker dudes are like complaining about how it is down in the Narrows and how some clowns have been killed, and then this nice little flashback comes back, and this dude with the mohawk sets these dudes on fire. Yeah, and he's called the Clown Hunter.
Nice.
And as dumb as a person might think that is, or anyway, but he's really saying it to the people who are burning, that it sucks for you. Yeah. That's how I kind of took it. Like, it sucks for you. This is what's going on, and it's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I dig his design, and I certainly you gotta love that Jimenez. He's so good.
Yeah, he does it good. So it's the Narrows.
I saw these characters first because I follow him on whatever I follow him on, and just saw like the covers. He did like the character covers.
Yeah, that's what
were like these characters spotlighted.
Follow Fantinuum on Instagram.
On Varium.
Right.
Pardon me, on variant covers.
Yeah, this is I enjoy it. I think the character's cool. I wonder if, because there was another aspect of this story that made me think of Harper, because wasn't she like a computer person? And they're talking, and this is all about the Narrows.
A tech person.
Yeah. Because this is all about what was going on in the Narrows. And I'm thinking, like, who are the protectors of the Narrows? And unless something happened in previous Batmans I don't know about, this would be the brother. And then she'd be like the tech person. And then he's like super violent, killing people.
I mean, Tinian, as we know, is basically the sidekick of Scott Snyder.
Mm-hmm.
Going back forever. So if anybody's going to like pull up on some of his story roots and utilize them.
Oh, for sure. For sure. It's good tie-in. So these are the dead so this is like the beginning of the Batman book. What was that?
I said, oh, hey, it's Batman.
Mm-hmm.
That's good page art, though.
Yeah, I like it. So these are people who are coming back from the dead.
That symbol that goes like shoulder to shoulder to the like all the way to the edge of the pec.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Particularly pointy.
Meanwhile, the Joker's like on the screen yelling at him.
Yeah, that's so nice. That's such good art.
Yeah, it's really good issue. Guys got to come in and get this because it will sell out. The previous one did. Look at that. Oh, man, it's cool. That kind of looks burned.
The Joker in there. Yeah, that is amazing.
The Batman realizes that he is seeing things that aren't really there. And he's like, you know what? I'll just fight blind instead. Oh. And then he just goes to town on these dudes. And look at that one up there with him punching that dude in the face. That's cool. The
faces are so well laid out.
Yeah.
So good. Oh.
Anyway, later on he wakes up, and this is like coming up to the end. That's Harley with like a puppet, Ace the Bat-Hound. Nice. And here she is in an area that like Poison Ivy is like, you know, kind of like set up for herself. Yeah. And I'm not going to tell you any more about Batman, but this was a really good issue. Look at that art. Oh, it's sweet.
So good.
Yeah.
I love the color scheme in this whole, like that whole, the pink to the blue to the purple. It's got such a ethereal night feeling to it that I think really like elevates the art in a way that other colors wouldn't have.
I agree. Let's get this guy back in finally. Jeez.
Yeah, like what I want to know is this the same one that you were doing before? Because you didn't get very far. Okay, cool. Yeah.
It didn't get very far, I know. Just taking all that crap out, right?
So hard and tedious to do. Have you ever tried to pull apart like those little things that look like little bones that connect things?
Horrible. Oh, it's so horrible.
Difficult. And like I have small hands and tiny fingers, but like I love doing things like Legos and paper craft and painting. These kinds of kits are insanely hard. Like power to you, man.
Do you use it? He's just tearing them off too. He's not using like an X-Acto knife. Aren't you supposed to use like something sharp?
Gundam!
Little broken parts that well, not broken. They're like almost perforated, but just ever so slightly on in those little brackets that you see over to the left.
Slightly on, always off.
Yeah,
So
sure. There you go. Those
things. Is this going to be some sort of contest that's going to be available to the viewers? Is that what's going on here when it gets completed?
Ooh, do I have a chance at that?
I don't know. You might be screwed on that part. Oh, is there a different valuable prize? I see. Oh, you know what, everybody? Hold on a second. I can do this. I can do this. And we've never gotten a copyright strike for that. I want to let you know that there was one where who is it from SCTV and Schitt's Creek and all that stuff. She plays a person singing, and she does a cover, and it's like a really horrible cover. And of that song, and I got a copyright strike on that for that song. Really? Yeah.
Oh wow.
Comment for the algorithm to have a chance to win. There has to be more than that. We have to have more than just the 3 people that are going to do it.
3 people that are going to.
I mean, don't we have to get to a subscriber count? Answer a question. At least say, who is your favorite Star Wars character to color?
Like this could be a multiple step hunt. Just because we have the algorithm doesn't mean that's
why is Star Wars? Isn't this a Gundam? You're trying to win a Gundam?
No. You might not have understood because there weren't any words or people talking about it. But the commercial that underneath, not the Gundam. There would probably have to be something so much more than that.
Oh, I see. Contest.
Also, I mean, do you want to limit this to, the United States? We love K. Titus, but that's probably going to be a couple bucks for something so worthless. Nice. Type your best Star Wars ska band pun name. Very good, because who's going to want to participate in that? Me? But you have to do it on this video, right?
Me? Honey, I need your help with a pun.
All right, well, don't say it on air because it has to be in the comments after the video. So also hit the thumbs up when you do that.
Pulling some out of Luke Skywalker.
All right, so this is all right. Luke Skywalker
not getting that one.
Already been used. Any others that you want to claim before anybody else?
Jabba the Hutt is out. Forget
Jabba the Hutt is out.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
I need
these are the things you have to, you have to do this to make it a little bit tough. There's a lot of Star Wars fans out there that would love a coloring book. A lot of kids that you can placate with this thing. So all you have to do is come up with something that isn't Jabba the Hutt or Luke Skywalker.
Or the Mos Eisley Skank Tina, because that's out.
That's out. Out.
Good one.
Sorry. I mean, and you know what? We reserve a few more till the end of the show. I will clip them all together if you can't watch this, but this is the way it's going. I've had a little bit too much. It's hot. Have we said it's hot?
It's a little nuggy. It's muggy.
It's like when you put some food in your shorts and do a little crotch pod cooking. From what I've heard.
I want to talk about one more comic book before we even think about leaving, and it's The Amazing Spider-Man. Jeff, you used to read The Amazing Spider-Man?
Not since not in a long time. Not since Dan Slott left.
Wow, that's like you're one of the few saying
best
something like that.
Spider-Man writer of my lifetime, Dan Slott.
Damn Slott. I mean, right. Dan Slott.
Dan Slott.
Well, I feel that Nick Spencer has been doing a pretty solid job. I have taken to his characterization.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
did he make him a Nazi? He was a Nazi the whole time.
No, not this guy. This guy is super cool. He kind of has lost his way because of things that have happened in his past that weren't necessarily his fault.
What's his name?
Peter Parker.
PP.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Nick Spencer is the writer. He's the guy that made Captain America and Hydra agent. I don't,
that guy.
You don't hold no grudges.
He also did Morning Glories, which a lot of people liked, and some other things that were well received, like the Foes of Spider-Man, which was a funny little side. Again, going along with a theme of your favorite comic has been canceled. Even CM Punk, the wrestler, had to say how much he loved that book as it was being canceled, and Marvel printed this letter in the back of the book. It's like, nobody cares that you're writing Drax, dude. Shut up. No, I'm a little for CM Punk. Give me a break. No, I'm just joking. He was good. His pipe bomb was good. That was my pipe bomb, CM Punk. How you like it? Just joking. It was shit. That's what it was.
CM Punk ass.
CM Punk ass. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to make sure you all knew that Marcelo Ferreira was the artist because I thought it was pretty good.
Marcelo, what now?
Ferreira. I
think that's Ferreira.
Ferreira.
I'm pretty sure that's Ferreira. It looks Portuguese. If I had to guess, come at me.
I think he's pretty good.
I am not wearing my glasses, but I am good with names.
It's just a bunch of R's, man.
And
I think we've done a good job on it.
We made good attempts.
We did a good job butchering. I mean, it's not Carter, so.
Well, I mean, have you seen my name?
I can't see. This is not as big as I would love it to be.
Don't say that.
But it looks great. It looks really good.
That
coloring looks good too. Do we know who colored it?
Middle panel.
Nice. All right. Well, coloring was Casanovas. They had time in between lovemaking sessions to color this comic.
Casanovas. That says Curiel.
Wait, what are you talking about? It's right there. Oh, cover artist. I'm sorry. He had time. They had time. The cover artist had time in between lovemaking sessions. So anyway, Curiel. David Curiel. There you go.
Very good. It's very good.
Anyway, what was going on is it's an event that occurred and people talking about it after the fact. And there were villains that attacked this seminar. And then again, more people talking about it. We see Whirlwind. We see Grey Gargoyle doing his stone routine. And then Spider-Man shows up. And it's pretty cool.
Hope so.
I would hope so.
Good.
Down here in the wheelchair is Count Nefaria. And I don't know who this purple thing is.
Purple thing?
Count Nefaria.
Yeah, that is just kind of like a purple thing, isn't it?
Well, I wouldn't say a thing like the Fantastic Four. I'm sure I'm like losing Marvel cred points right now, even though I said Whirlwind.
Oh, well, not like thing. No, if you
Speaking of Whirlwind,
Belladonna of Sadness,
there he is.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's Whirlwind.
He got shot in the chest. And speaking of, by the Sin Eater.
Blam.
Nice.
And then here's Grey Gargoyle getting it. And then
Blam.
Oh yeah, the last one. Anyway, the deal with the Sin Eater is that I think something that's a little out of place. The thing with the Sin Eater is that he killed Jean DeWolf back in the day, 80s day, and he was like going around killing all these villains. And the thing about it is, here's like Count Nefaria. He gets him down. And then he shoots him in front of all these people that were being threatened by these villains, and they start clapping. Yeah, they love it.
Yeah.
And here we go. Here he has a big old conversation with Spider-Man and blah blah blah. There's people behind the whole thing. Sin Eater's just the thing. There's a catch as far as him killing these fools because like they come back to life. but that's not really giving away too much. It's all the other stuff. Plus, it's been a story that's been coming for quite a while. I think this has been a pretty good storyline, and I'm hoping that this payoff is going to be worthwhile. Spider-Man doesn't sell a ton in the store. I've got issues of this. I think it's worthwhile. There used to be a time when Dan Slott was writing it. I know people would be like crazed that Dan Slott might be,
popular,
but
like Dan Slott. That maybe you don't know everything. People who don't like Dan Slott.
Well, Dan Slott recently came out and was talking about how he didn't like how Peter Parker goes around body shaming people and stuff like that. And it's kind of like, come on, dude, seriously? He's just a kid trying to make fun of his opponents because he's smaller than them and is really the underdog. He's not always
not a kid.
He's talking about the past, when he was, I think he's specifically talking about that kind of stuff. Even though other people have maybe, hey man, if you're going to be
saying hey, Doc Ock, you look like a dumpy piece of shit, you tubby bitch.
Well, he kind of does. And you know what?
Fuck my aunt anymore. Because she deserves to be with somebody svelte like Jonah Jameson the senior.
I don't think that's necessarily something he would have wanted either. I mean, if it was an either or proposition, maybe, but maybe not.
God, compared to Otto.
That doesn't have anything to do with anything.
Begrudgingly accepted it.
No. You are trying to pick apart an element of a person so you can tear them down so you can punch them out with your spiderweb fists. You know what I mean?
Whatever it takes, you can say whatever.
You know what? He wasn't.
He could drop whatever slur or horrible thing that he wants to try and get the person off balance.
Well, if that was the thing he did,
like
maybe.
The Muhammad Ali technique, where you're in the ring or in chatter, you can say whatever that's going to get your opponent off balance and make them angry and therefore off their most smartest game.
Let's ask.
They call him a gorilla or something, and then they, that makes them really mad. You're saying that's what it was about?
Can we ask teammates of Bill Romanowski that won Super Bowls, and then I'll get back to you?
Sure. Yeah, same thing. Exactly. That's the exact
I don't know the
thing.
answer, dude.
Yeah.
I know the opponents don't like it, though.
No, they definitely don't. That is the point of it, and it is a true fact. They don't.
In D&D, we would say your mother wears army boots.
At one point, where's the line between where it gets them off their game to where it gets them on to the next level of their game? I wouldn't want to talk shit to Michael Jordan, for instance. I don't think it would get him off his game. I think that it would just motivate him to be able to talk even more shit on you when he that.
This is the part where we're a different comic book store or show because I'm going to say Van Gundy was the idiot that talked shit about Michael Jordan, and guess what that dude did? Went off on them, and it was over.
That's
You're an idiot. You sit on the bench and draw on a piece of paper, and you talking that shit to Michael Jordan? Seriously?
Yeah. At what point is it
Michael Jordan
waking the dragon? I hate Michael Jordan too.
No, I don't hate Michael Jordan.
I do.
I mean, he beat my team.
He beat everybody's team. I don't think he never even had an opportunity to beat my team in any significant way because we were so far out of the game.
Okay, well, if you want to do that, you have to do it after the show in the comments down below.
That's my vote.
We will apply that to you, and then we will have a random draw of all the people that do it. maybe on the show, or I'll make a video of it.
But it's got to be in the comments, not in the live chat, because the comments, right? You're saying so that
I don't think the live chat is saved.
I mean, it's saved for a while at least, but I don't know about as like the comments. The comments on the thing are saved in perpetuity.
Well, if you did more than one, the first one you put in the comments is yours. So you're just taking from other people that might have been able to figure out.
Real big Akbar. I love it. I love that.
I'll be looking at this chat. We'll be looking at this.
I know,
right? Hell. Anyway, this is a really effed up episode, but thanks for joining us.
My birthday. That's like, it celebrates me pretty appropriately, right?
Sure, why not, man? I mean, thanks for joining us on this holy of holy days.
Yeah, if you want to.
Oh, I ordered myself an extra pizza, an extra cake, and a soda, and I went to Starbucks this morning, and I got myself, I've just been eating all day.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I fully support that.
Right?
Are you lifting?
Especially because you have pizza and cake, pie and cake. I am in favor of that.
Right? It's like those little chocolate, like molten chocolate cakes that are all fudgy in the middle too. Oh, got like 4 of them. Well, I'm sure he ate one, but I get at least 2.
That's dope.
Right?
That's right. All right. So we're gonna sign off, everybody. Thanks for coming in. We pulled like a little extra duty or time because of all the screw up that happened in the first one. I'm gonna erase that, so that'll be gone. And thanks for joining us for this one. It was a really fun episode, though. I thought it was. I'm really looking at Octobriana, and I will have a few in the store. So if you're interested, let me know.
I do have. I don't know when I can, come out to get things, but I do have interest in that. You can order it, right?
Check out. I'm not sure if you can still from the backer kit, but there might be a thing that you can do in order to get there. Kickstarter is. So, lastly, before we leave,
yes,
if there is why would a person come in the store with all this stuff that you can get outside the store? Maybe the store is into buying something out there like a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo, campaign for stores, but they're not always offered, and it doesn't seem like you get as much for a store. Or you have to suffer the same penalties as anybody else. And, you're the one, you'd have to mark it up, and no one's going to do that. Right. So if the $30 is normal for the person buying in, what would you do for a store? Usually it's like double or something like that. Now the $30 item is a $60 item. And how do you go about purchasing that stuff without getting stuck with it, even though you have to obviously, get a clientele for that? It's just one of those things that's like kind of tough. So a store might publish their own book. So I want everybody to stay tuned for that. And let us know your Star Wars ska, or no, it doesn't have to be ska, right? It's just Star Wars band name.
No, it has to be ska.
It has to be ska.
Ska pun band.
Okay, very good. All right.
Well, I mean, every ska band name
is a pun.
That was a superfluous.
Like a good ska band.
Wait, no, we can't do that because we can't say a good ska band.
No, you're right.
That's true because
I'm not
bad pun.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say dead. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.